Wiretunes Music.
Hello guys, thanks for clicking. Don't forget to subscribe and like to support this video. Thank you.
Hello guys, welcome to the Average Dude podcast. My name is AK,
And my name is Uche.
and remember, stay positive and always choose to shine.
Stay healthy and drink more water.
Yeah, and please don't forget to subscribe and like to support the video. I love you guys are watching,
Yeah.
and few increments in subscribers, please subscribe so that we don't go out of service.
Before you call us and we don't pick like Latin.
The number you've dialed is not available at the moment. Please try again in the next century.
Next century. Century. Hey, that was futuristic. Anyways, what are we talking about today? How was your week? How's the weekend been?
It's been good. Not bad at all.
How about the week?
Yeah, the week is good. Not bad.
The week's been good. Yeah, the week's been fast for me. It's been fast, and my weekend is
Very fast week. Like,
I almost got high yesterday. I was drinking to the point that I knew that if I took one more glass of Jägermeister, I'll bath.
you're gonna.
I'll be a gunner. I knew my spirit was telling my soul. Yeah.
I think you are still high.
Like, I know if I take this one more shot of this thing, I'm going down. I just started taking cola.
It's dirty
Cola.
December.
Man, it's crazy.
Dirty
It's crazy.
December. You know that's what is that's the hashtag for this. Will I say it's Christmas in Lagos? Dirty December. Like, that's the name of the whole scene. So you're flexing your own dirty December.
Yeah.
I saw a picture yesterday on Twitter. Like, the whole Lekki Expressway was blocked. Someone
By-
said, "Dirty December, please. Nobody should come to Lagos again. Lagos is full." Dirty December, that is why everybody's coming to Lagos to party.
Shout out to Lagos, too.
not full, oh.
That's giddy.
Last giddy.
Shout out to Lagos. But now we have Lagos Island, Lagos Mainland, and Lagos Atlantic.
I mean,
Yeah.
Lagos Atlantic. That was where Cardi B went to.
Lagos Atlantic.
Lagos Atlantic. Cardi B caused a lot of wahala when she came, and we made a reaction like before she went to Ghana,
Yeah.
and like when she got to Ghana, it was a disgrace. Like, you didn't follow the whole Cardi B in Ghana trend.
No, after she left Nigeria, that was it. That was it for me.
No, it was crazy. One Ghana celebrity was rolling on the floor to impress Cardi B that she was twerking.
Whoa. That's dope. How did Cardi B react?
Cardi B was shocked and she started twerking too. And it's just crazy, like more than like a whole battalion of female soldiers. They call themselves Ghana celebrities. They're waiting to take picture with Cardi B.
Yeah, that's kind of, you know.
It was just crazy. Then they started like tackling Cardi B on Instagram. She said she didn't know about the meeting. She said she was purging. So,
What made her put Nigerian Guinness?
Ghana Jollof.
Yeah.
So it is official now. Ghana Jollof will make you purge. So there is no more competition. Which Jollof is better? Like,
Yeah, but you know, it's because it's spicy. When something has a lot of spice in it, you poach.
Yeah,
If it's too good, you purge.
Ghana Jollof is like more spicy.
Yeah.
I've never tasted Ghana Jollof.
If it's too good, you purge. If it's too much, you bath.
I don't even know. Don't let me. Well, I can yap Ghana and they are yapping. They are treating, looking at people's shop in Ghana.
Yeah.
Me, Ghana food that we used to buy is low cost food, though, like food that does not have nutrients.
1K is mad though. 1K is dope.
It's not right. Is it not? Is this
Buy
no
some
rice?
beans, that brown rice and
And
beans.
beans. Is it not bricklayer food?
But which bricklayer food? Am I a bricklayer?
Everybody, I used to eat it now. I just know that it's Ghana food. It's not food that they give
but
me.
the soup, the 1K soup, I don't like it. They use the regular Nigerian soup to cook it.
This one, the soup will just be brown. It will be as if the food is burnt. Like
we have shout out to Ghana.
No, but the organizers of like the Cardi B stuff in Ghana, like is disgraceful.
But Accra is a place to be. You know, Burna Boy said when he wants to relax, he goes to Accra. Ghana is a dope place.
And that's because you don't finish Eco Atlantic. Now that you finish Eco Atlantic, you're going to be relaxing in Eco Atlantic.
Okay, now, yeah, let's get right into it.
Okay, so what?
Have you said our quote? Have you said our quote?
We are just talking about music. Okay, let's start with the quote of the day.
Yeah,
it's just touching me I'm feeling like Wizkid is, how will I put it?
Wizkid is Starboy, that's it. Anyways, quote of the day. Our quote of the day says, "Rain beats the leopard's skin, but it does not wash out the spot." It's obvious.
That sounds like a Peter Odoche quote.
Yeah.
He's the one that always does all those animal.
No, that's not the quote. It's a proverb.
It's a proverb.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the quote?
So the quote would be.
So that's supposed to be African proverb.
This quote is $1 billion quote. $1 billion quote. Not quote. $1 billion quote.
That's how you said the band worth $1 billion.
Drum please, for this quote. By Aliko Dangote.
Hey, that's the real billionaire. $1 billion quote.
Nigeria is one of the best kept secrets. What was going through Aliko Dangote's mind when he said this? Nigeria is one of the best kept secrets. I can't fathom. Even
some people believe that Nigeria Nigeria is a real Garden of Eden.
No way.
You've heard that before.
I've never heard it though.
You've never heard that before.
Yeah. How can Nigeria be the real Garden of Eden?
It's because we are the ones spoiling it now. They said Nigeria is the real Garden of Eden. Like the concept of and the pictures.
Yeah.
What we used to see there is like a tropical area, wherever there are animals, everything just grows freely. Plants just grows. There's fruits, unlike other places.
Okay, I get that. What do you have to say about the quote? Does it make sense?
It makes sense now.
Of course, it makes sense. The billionaire's quote.
It doesn't have to make sense. A lot of Trump's quotes doesn't always make sense.
I don't think Nigeria is one of the best kept secrets. Nigeria first is not a secret, but stereotyped everywhere. What's the secret in Nigeria? It's human capital resources?
The secret in Nigeria, why is the best kept secret? Is you understand? Cardi B came to Nigeria and she has been Nigerialized. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah.
Did you see? As in, she was singing party after party. Even in America, after she's gone, she when she left Ghana, she on her Instagram she put missing Nigeria, not missing Ghana, not missing Ghana. It was missing Nigeria that was there. She was vibing, she was singing, she was eating in her apartment. She was singing Timaya's song. This life I can't kill myself. All the songs she was hearing in club.
Yeah.
I think she was just remembering some of them.
Reminiscing.
So it's a secret. Before she came to Nigeria, she was never exposed to that kind of entertainment lifestyle.
That's a good thought. That's a good way to
That's why all these guys that are always let's go to Ghana. You used to watch this guy. This our Nigerian prince, Search for Uhuru.
Yeah, Search for Uhuru. Yeah.
Like the way he's always trying to persuade all these guys that what are you guys going to do in Ghana? Come to Nigeria. So me, I used to be like, all these guys, all these Americans, they are going to Ghana for
year of return.
Yeah. That they are like Nigerian. They are feeling like maybe Nigerians are not friendly. T.I. too went for the year of return stuff. So he met Cardi B there. That's because those ones, they don't have any secrets or treasure or whatever. You get?
Yeah.
You that you have gold. You will not be advertising that come and take our gold.
But don't you think what Buhari did now?
The whole
Do we go punch on Buhari?
What?
Do we go punch on Buhari?
Punch out.
You've not heard?
No. Oh, okay, General Buhari. We go punch. Yeah, he's a general now. Yeah, he just did what generals do there.
Yeah.
Just said something to make everybody feel happy or whatever. Doesn't have plan for it.
Yeah, he doesn't have plan for it. That's the thing.
There's no plan for it. That's what generals do. They just say something to make everybody go.
But it will actually come into play. They would come and get visa on arrival. But one argument that touched me was, okay, what about the security of these foreigners coming in? Say Lagos might be secured. Other states, what will happen to them?
The thing, you are even reasoning for the
people coming now, the visitors
middle class or the people that wants to come for tourism.
Yeah.
What people are concerned about right now are the Fulani headsmen in other countries, the terrorists in other countries.
Yeah.
That rush into Nigeria.
Come on, Nigeria porous border that you can just take a walk and enter. I don't think Fulani headsmen or all those.
No.
Those people who use air to come inside. They don't need air to come inside Nigeria now. Come on.
It's not.
They don't need the borders. They don't need those air borders.
Yes, that's what they're saying. They can use. The statement is, if you're an African, you can come to Nigeria.
Visa on arrival.
Did they say? Okay,
it's visa on arrival, not.
Oh, so those ones that will come through lands too. They're supposed to be giving them visa too now.
They will give them visa now, but before you get visa on arrival, you would have applied online now.
So that's that same way. So some people can sneak in. I don't know. I don't think he said visa on arrival. It's all these analysts that started saying visa on arrival.
It's visa on arrival. I think I watched
the statement was just, if you're an African, you can come to Nigeria.
It's visa on arrival. The Comptroller General of
it's all those ones.
That's what they used to describe them, Abi. Comptroller General of
Immigration. When people were like discussing the whole issue, I watched some of the stuff on channels. They're like, his visa on arrival that is already in place already, that he has started, like before he even announced it and all those blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
There is no like policy or something there. He didn't tell the Senate, he didn't tell no one. He just went to Egypt to visit other presidents or general or whatever.
Major.
And that's how it works.
Of course, well,
you just say whatever. It's like olden days kingship kings. You get.
Yeah.
They say, oh, this is my best warrior, Spartacus. He will kill all your warriors.
I'm even surprised. Wasn't not the same Nigeria that blocked his borders?
Yes. So now he's telling.
Man, we're confused, man.
So it's the same way that they will tell you that DSS didn't enter the court. So that's
they're investigating those guys. Those guys are Showres guys. Oh my God.
We'll go into those ones later.
Did you know that the federal government of Nigeria suspended Turkish Airlines from operating in Nigeria?
Why?
Because they've been misconduct on air. People that are coming using the flights come and they don't get to Nigeria, then they use bus to get to Nigeria. So there've been many complaints about them, so they suspended them. And what is funny is that Turkish Airlines said they have no idea that the Nigerian government suspended them. So what's the line of communication between our government and this thing? Is it that Gabashew or somebody just comes out on media and says something that they don't even pass paper or inform other people? Those
guys, Gabashew, Lai Mohammed, are those guys supposed to, do they look like people that are supposed to be passing information?
I swear.
Those guys, do they look like people that knows what is Twitter?
They use Twitter a lot now.
Yeah, they are using it, but you know how many committee of assistants that they will have that is managing the Twitter.
But it's even funny, it's those guys that are even communicating in Nigeria. We're not hearing from the president. Just those three guys, the black southwestern guy. What's his name? Adeshin or something, and Gabashev and Lai Mohammed. Just those
Is
three
that
guys.
additional guy now that said, even recently now, all this talk that they are talking now,
Yeah.
is because of the firing from US senators on the Shugure issue. Then that additional came out now and he said that Nigeria don't listen to, don't take
Nigeria
orders
listen.
from US and
Which is true, anyways, but you know.
I don't pity him. By the time maybe after it starts slowly, all these kind of things, a lot of things will have spoiled.
But they're doing this thing
after like 10 years. That's when all these kind of things will now be like they will now start charging them for maybe crime to humanity. Maybe after 10 or 15 years, all this kind of thing. I
don't think. You know what? Look at the U.S. government. You have Trump there that is not even support that is nationalist, as a nationalist, populist, doesn't even support other countries. That's why Nigerian media can say. That's why those presidential media aid to the president can say we're independent. Of course, Nigeria is sovereign.
It's not just Trump.
That's why they're saying those things.
EU and UK too is there. That's the thing about.
But they mentioned USA.
They mentioned US. Most of the US senators are the ones that started it. Now the UK, one person from the UK House too,
Yeah.
they talked about Shure and even I think maybe EU too. So
And Finland has 33-year-old minister.
yes, sir.
Very pretty girl.
Uh,
It's a girl, not a woman. It's a girl. You know, somebody asked where is Tony Flair? I remember Jennifer. Tony Flair. Tony Blair. That's the ex UK Prime Minister. And they said his time is over. Because the person that asked was concerned that this man was one of the brilliant prime minister, then he should be in politics still now, sprinkling the stardust on every other person. But they said no, his time is over. Not necessarily that his time is over, but his time is over in the sense that his kind of people are not in power anymore. Now it's for young people. And that got to me, and I looked at Africa. I saw Paul Biya, Paul Kagame.
Kagame is
Our own president. Wow. Sleepist.
All these guys, and they are just tiring if you are following their.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
so-
something interesting again. An Indian hemp seller in Lagos put himself in trouble when he invited policemen to arrest 2 customers who had attempted to make a purchase with fake currency. No, he must have gotten to the guy like, what? Me in Lagos, you want to give me fake currency? No, Olokwa Mamu Esha. He forgot that he was even doing something illegal. Man, it's crazy.
No,
You see, that's why the US law says you should not have the right to self-incrimination. You see, this is what they are avoiding.
No, I believe what's inside the guy's mind is just that you can use police to arrest those guys and also bribe the police.
Why does he want to bribe the police? As he sold.
He believes he's going to give the police money, or maybe he just wants to treat those guys for or something.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe that was what's in his mind.
And he would have looked at this Buhari times. No law is implementing there. No law, you can sell the boy anyhow. Oh God.
Crazy things. That's how one video was trending on. Was it on Twitter? Some guys, they ordered Uber to come and carry dead body. The Uber guy. The Uber guy was changing it for them. It was funny. We have asked something like that. People don't have jobs. It was another person, maybe like another like neighbor that was recording it for a window. I'm sure maybe those guys go. They don't know that they are trading. Very funny stuff.
Hey God, let me if I use Yandex to carry dead safe. if I use Yandex to carry debt, just to go down the street to dispose the debt, the Yandex driver will change it for me that the debt is tomato. You started more inside my debt. Tomato, pepper. I said, okay, calm down. I don't eat tomato. This is not tomato. It's plastic. Now carry dead body. Wait. We don't have ambulance service again.
Maybe they want to go and dump. Maybe they want to go and dump the body somewhere. Nigeria.
Good.
Let's. Okay, you already said the proverb, Abi. We already get into the stories before.
I said the proverb. Yeah, I just want to
say it again.
The proverb.
Or are we done with the quotes?
We're done with the quotes.
Nigeria is a
best kept secret.
Best kept secret. So we are a secret though. A lot of people are trying to know. A lot of people from other countries, they are trying to know what makes you Nigerian. Like if you're in Nigeria, you'll be like, everybody's same. You don't see how special it is to be Nigerian.
Yeah.
But when you leave Nigeria, see today now, Kamaru Usman.
Yo, Kamaru Usman is that guy is the Nigerian nightmare. You watch the fight?
Yeah, no.
Man, this guy was facing
that fight.
You know what? That fight should be used for advert of face your fears. Face your fears. The guy doesn't even jump like Anthony Joshua was jumping or Floyd Mayweather. He faced the guy. No, that fight is bad. Even the white guy. That one was throwing punches. Was throwing jabs. But I just Kamaru Usman was just confident that
No, that guy now his name should be Kamaru, the Nigerian nightmare, the jawbreaker.
That was the first round. First round.
Third round.
When he shifted his jaw.
I think it was the third round. Man, but that guy is strong. How can they remove your jaw in third round? 5 minutes.
No, he removed the jaw in first round.
No, it was third round. I heard it. I think it was third round. And he still fought 2 extra. No. So even after the fight, they were asking Kamaru that did he know that the jaw was broken? He said he didn't know. Because if he knew, he would just be targeting that. Maybe the guy will just die on still.
And that guy's weakness was, I think, his left torso. What do you guys call this in medicine? Torso, yeah? His left torso. If you hit him in his somewhere around there.
In the post-match interview, he said that's like his tactics, that he likes to work on the body. What they call work on body, like you just as they're fighting, you just be giving him punch, kick by the side. So gradually you'll be becoming weak. Weak. So that's what he said called body work. So it's not actually like his weakness, it's just like he has been the accumulation from like round 1 that he has been getting.
And that is round 5. The 5th round was like the guy already knew that this one is the last round though. But the way Kamaru fights, he will let you punch him. You can take punch too, but his own punching. And his punches are like it stretches. Oh no, that guy is mad. I just love the way he beat the guy now. So the guy will shut up now because that guy is a fool.
Do you hear his speech? His speech is not his speech was trending now.
Kamaru's speech?
Yeah. He said the speech that he made before the fight, that this is for all the immigrants that ever step foot to this country. As even the fight when he won, he didn't say that this is for Nigeria. He said this is for
everybody. Yeah, it's for the world. Yeah,
because that guy is always when he make America
same bullshit.
No, that guy really vexed Kamaru. He was like, the guy is feeling like I am American. I am entitled to this, that. No, that's in vex him.
No, Kamaru, give it up.
Somebody posted on
shout out to Kamaru.
Somebody posted on Twitter. Twitter is crazy. Somebody posted on Twitter that imagine that if anybody knows the origin of the name Kamaru, that in Nigeria, that no Kamaru, Shodi has ever lost a fight. Talk less of the that brought a Kamaru to a professional fight. Just imagine, let's say there's a problem now in Oshodi. That's why you hear, okay, hello, Kamaru. Go call Kamaru is the one that will beat.
No, that fight was mad. The fight was mad.
Oh my god. And there was a video.
Kamaru was strong.
Israel.
The guy is very strong.
No, you just be there like this. This week was a good week for Nigerians. And there was another this thing. Miss Jamaica won Miss World. You know, South African, Miss South Africa won Miss Universe.
I don't follow all those things.
All those.
Music
What me I just saw. I wasn't following. I just saw the news. I think the Miss World was yesterday or something.
Yeah.
When the Miss Jamaican won, the Miss Nigeria jumped to go and celebrate with her. When the South African girl too won Miss Universe, Nigeria girl behind her was like, yeah. So I made a tweet. I was like, all these other countries that are always hating on Nigerians, Ghana, South Africa, that they should learn that no matter what, one thing Nigerians don't do is hate on success. They don't want to know what you are doing for your success. But if you are successful, your success story, they are happy with you. That this guy is a successful person, because we believe if you how will I say, if you enjoy someone's success or you are happy for someone's success, that
it comes back to you. That's
like Nigerian.
There's a way you say it in Yoruba language. There's a quote like that in Yoruba language.
Yeah, there's a quote like that, but I don't think I remember. So I think a lot of Nigerians like follow that kind of stuff. So we are kind of used to it. But we can hate on other things or other things like maybe if you are belittling somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
But success, for example, look at Ghana now. Cardi B, they were hearing all the gist that was happening in Nigeria, how she was balling and everything.
Yeah.
How she met celebrities in Nigeria, Tiwa Savage. It got to their own. They went to bring the whole machine to come and snap picture with Cardi B. No organization. You get, and upon everything, all their mess up, they still came to Twitter. The Ghana Nigeria war again.
But her performance in Ghana was good though. She cheered the crowd. I mean, the crowd cheered her.
People that don't have shit. Before she came to stage, they were stoning empty bottle.
Really?
There was a video I saw that they were throwing empty bottle on stage before, when they were about to call her name, because of the news that went around earlier that day that she refused to snap pictures with the celebrities. All those celebrities too, they came out, come and see their dress. One popular one, Schwarzenegger.
So there's a celebrity association in Ghana.
I tell you.
That's the P-man. P-man of Ghana.
Someone said, you know, Juliet Ibrahim was in Nigeria. She met Cardi B in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Someone else said, Juliet Ibrahim already knew that it was impossible in Ghana.
Oh, God.
That's why she came to Nigeria to snap.
And take a photo.
Oh my God.
So our federal government now said that the federal government has shifted the deadline to stop importation of petrol from 2019 to 2020. How do you feel about that?
Importation of petrol.
Yeah. Remember during Buhari's
are we importing petrol?
Aren't you importing petrol? We're importing petrol now.
Okay, we export crude oil and we import petrol. Who is doing this to Nigeria?
Yeah.
It's because we don't have like a major refinery yet now.
Yeah, but the promise was in 2019 it would end. Now they shifted it to 2023.
Yeah, maybe the refinery is not yet completed.
Are we waiting on Dangote to finish his refinery before we can start that thing?
I believe so.
But if you see those things Dangote is buying here, you just see one type of long thing like this
from China that will take like 6 months to reach.
Billion. It's mad. Huge capital investment.
Dangote will be the Mansa Musa.
Huge.
Okay. You still want to repeat the African proverb, or you leave it like that?
No, leave it.
Stuff.
No, leave it that way, yeah. Okay. Leave it that way.
Let's go to fun fact.
One more thing, still on Nigeria. Did Nigerians are just good. Nigeria, Kwenu. Then Nigerian ACA asked US immigration, and he gave his family and friends US citizenship.
Wow.
Oh, shout out to that guy. Shout out to that. USF was surprised. They were surprised that they believe this guy nothing can happen like this. He gave everybody. He's done it since like I think for He's done it for a very long time. He just noticed. I say, more. No, that guy cannot go to prison. No. They better keep him.
He's US now. He's not Nigeria.
They
Now.
will keep him.
They will keep him now.
That's mad. That is mad.
No, that guy deserves accolade. They need to give him award, safe. As in, it's not as if did he steal money?
No, no.
He's not stealing money now. That's good.
The guy needs humanitarian help. He helped himself.
No, that's smart. That's smart.
But why are we clapping for him? Because he's Nigerian. Where did he get the knowledge from?
If this kind of what he did is the kind of thing that they used to shoot movies in America,
Yeah.
they will clap for him now. It's a smart thing. Okay, so let's fun fact.
Why don't we say his name? His name is Atuchi. Atuchi. Yeah. No first name, no last name, just Atuchi.
He's an Aka now, for God's sake. He won't have a last name. His last name will be Aka.
Okay, yeah, go on.
So fun fact. A study found that men feel more emotional pain after a breakup than women.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I feel emotional pain after a breakup. No,
Or it's you that is breaking people's heart. You break people's heart and you not be.
No, my mama told me don't go around breaking young girls' hearts.
Okay.
So I don't do that anymore.
So you can break old women's hearts.
No, if the breakup is caused by me, I feel emotional pain. Yeah, because I'm human, I have to feel pain. I don't want to be a devil. But if it's not caused by me,
You bad devil.
or majorly it's been caused by me, so I feel pain. Yeah.
I don't think it's just the natural phenomena of the earth or of the world. If a girl goes through a breakup, she probably had like some guys that have been texting her before, or some people will start consoling her, and by the time she goes out, she finds some people that gives her compliments, or she start replying her DMs. You get?
Yeah.
But if a guy is going through a breakup, it's just like, oh, where do I start? Where do I start from? It's not like we're walking on the road now. Some girls will come and walk up to him and say,
Hey,
"What's
pretty
up,
boy."
Hey, pretty boy, can I have the number? Yeah. So it's just men face a lot of things and at the same time. So
That's true, but how is it that men face emotional pain more than women when there are more women in the world? Just like when you say English language. I don't know if this example is meaningful. Just like when you say English is the most spoken language in the world. But do you know how many Chinese? Okay, no. If you say Chinese is the most spoken language in the world
because of their population.
because of the population, but we don't know how many Chinese speak English.
But that's the wrong fact. Yeah. English is the most spoken language in the world. Anyway.
Yeah.
Because most.
But people will say Chinese is the most spoken language.
There's also 1 billion Indians. Don't forget. And we have 200 million Nigerians that speak just English or pidgin English. In India, maybe like out of the 1 billion, maybe half or quarter maybe knows English and speak English.
Yeah.
So that way we are already estimating by the time you count America, another maybe like 200 million or 300 million, like that.
Yeah, I think it's English. Do you think Americans understand British English like that?
British English.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
They don't
British
understand.
English.
Equally,
They don't even
British
understand their
self-
own English.
British self don't understand American English. Do they have a hard time understanding themselves?
No, but they have like different like terms. What they call things are different. Like I was watching an interview of this guy that does karaoke.
Okay.
He's British, but he has a night show on in America. So it was like his son that now is very smart.
Yeah.
That the son speaks to him British English, what they speak at home, and speaks American English to his friends. So I was explaining like when he's talking to him, like, "Hey Dad, let's get to the yard. And where then immediately like his friend might be with him like, okay, John, let's go to the garden. Like yard and garden is so they have like different terms, and it's Trevor Noah likes to tackle them like he just
it works. It works. So there's a way people here. There's a way I talk to different people here. I think GA now has made us invent a different kind of English again.
Yeah. But I don't like it. I don't like to speak. Maybe that's why I don't have a lot of friends like that. Those kind of people's friends. If you don't speak proper English,
what is proper English?
I'm not your friend. Proper English with proper, how would I put it? Proper words and pronunciation.
What's proper words? What about
proper pronunciation?
Okay, how about see this now? People will tell you that the main bottom line of conversation is understanding. And now if you can communicate for the person to understand, break it down to the simple language they would understand. Now people will say that is proper English, that is proper communication. Yeah, do you agree? If you agree that's proper communication,
you're just defining what is communication. Like communication, you can communicate with a whistle or whatever, but English, like if you meet
but look at this professor, that professor in Nigeria, the one that blows grammar.
Yeah, that guy is not communicating now.
But he's speaking proper English, isn't it?
Yes, it's just speaking vocabulary. British guy. In it. This is the Iskis Miyagia. Kukum Kaka. That's the name of the crackers company.
That guy should be a human rights activist now.
You've not noticed that in this Buhari's regime, he's not talking.
Because they can, if you go and say "Queen Kanka," they will interpret it as revolution times 50.
People that are interpreting revolution something else, they just say, what do you say? Kikun Kaka, Mias Gas Gas Gas. This guy has joined Boko Haram.
I said that's the words that Chukwuma that led the first coup in Nigeria. I don't remember his name. That was the first thing he said. Though. No, history will not forgive us if we don't arrest this guy. Nah.
They just arrest my guy. So my guy is chilling with his crikum crackle.
Hello guys, thanks for clicking. Don't forget to subscribe and like to support this video. Thank you.